up any portions of time where we turn the lights off. And we just didn't plan that for this set of transects, but we can talk about that for next week, perhaps.
What is that?
It looks like a radiolarian.
It's real close to you. Something coming to center, top, blew off to the right. Coming into center, center now.
Go ahead.
Upper right.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Puff in the upper corner.
A puff in the upper corner. Okay. Is that your puff?
Yeah. That's the puff. Mucus strand puff.
Yep.
Okay, we'll give ourselves 5 minutes. Sounds good.
5 minutes.
Yep.
Right. Interesting transect. It looks like certainly had a bunch of targets that we did find. A lot of small
diagonal up left.
Delicate, Arctinophore.
Dot that looked like it just broke apart.
Not.
Disregard.
Certainly not with lack of observations here. It's just a different set.
Oh.
Yep. See it?
Go for it.
He's a moving.
He's cruising all right.
How can that little tail go that fast? Like he's got a little feller on there.
Wow, he's fast. Much faster than D2.
Hey, you got that fish, logged it. That's great. Wow.
Lower left.
Oh, is that him going off the right side?
Hey, nope, we went up off the top.
Go in. Keep going.
Acts like a hatchet fish, but swims like a shrimp.
Yep, let's come out.
Diagonal up left, siphonophore.
Ah, good eye. Yeah. Another siphonophore.
Did he just break apart?
No, he just spun in a spiral. He's still all together.
Some of these delicate Calicophora and siphonophores are even affected by the lights on the ROV will disturb it. So
Really?
They're delicate, and you know, they're made to live in an environment, this three-dimensional environment of fluid to support everything. So any disturbance will disrupt it. But
Center. Slightly up.
I don't see what you're... Is it up here?
Yeah, it's the smaller object upper right of that big one. It's gone.
Okay. Where's your Kraken rolling? I've been waiting for it.
I keep looking over at the sonar. Upper right, going off screen top. 4 legs.
like a coelodendron Pteridarian up there.
This is center screen. Go ahead.
Mucus, I think.
Yeah.
Talking that one?
Yeah. Never mind.
I think this 2 to 3 second delay is good for sure because we can spit it out by the time they hear it focus. Then it should be coming on their screen.
We get a little bit of advantage, yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's not the 45-second one, right?
No, I don't know what the I2 delay is, but I think we're right behind you.
Left of center.
Go
vertical
ahead.
line.
Yep.
Mucus.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
Upper right. It's legs. An off-screen top.
Push ahead a little bit.
Well, I saw something in the foreground there. It's just going right by, but...
Yeah, that was a piece of dust really close to the lens.
Yeah, that was really close.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. Just caught in the prop wash.
Full wide.
All right, Sean. All right, what do you see, Roland? Anything?
Nothing. Coming center from left side. Up in there when it's invisible. Where'd everything go?
All right, shoreside. I think that's going to conclude our 300-meter transect. We're going to have to start setting up for recovery. So we'll call it an end at 22:10 UTC.
Copy that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And thanks to the whole team on the ship, the ROV team, the videographers, everyone. That was a good set of Midwater transects. Not easy operations and not easy video. So thank you for all the hard work and the great images that we're able to use to log in all of these great observations that we had today.
Yeah, thank you, shoreside.
And thank you all on the chat for joining us. Chat and Mike on the conference call here. We're going to do a post-dive call in about 4 minutes' time where we'll talk about tomorrow's dive if anyone is interested. But if you could hang on or, a couple more minutes, we'll like to share feedback about how the dive went today and then talk about tomorrow and the rest of the cruise.
Yeah, yep.
Will do. That sounds good. I want to thank Tracy Sutton. Been on for the dive, calling in from Nova Southeastern University with a lot of great, observations on the fishes that we saw. I'd like to thank Dougal Lindsay, called in at 4 in the morning from Japan at the Japan Agency for Earth Science and Technology for lots of help with siphonophores and jellies. It's great to have him on the chat as well. Alan Collins from the Smithsonian and from NOAA was also on earlier, giving us great tips.
Okay, so let's start turning
several others around the chat room as well, and thanks to Stacy and Steve and everyone, Derek on the ship and Daniel for setting this all up and getting this for a good afternoon. So thanks very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
yeah, thanks. So if anyone else is listening who was on the benthos portion of the dive earlier, if you want to call in in 3 or 4 minutes or so, we'll start our dive call for tomorrow. But if you're listening online, just stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow with another deep water dive on the north coast of Puerto Rico. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Buenas noches.
Yep, so we're turning the tether, so I gotta come to port. Yeah, because we were squared up with Sirius having a full turn in the 6-8. Yep. And there we go. So I'm going to push ahead. Good. Good. Got Sirius in my tether camera. Coming up. Pushing forward. There's my light pool. All right, Nav, if you want to go ahead and initiate with the bridge. Okay, you can come out of auto head. I'm going to push forward. Did you have them initiate the other? Yeah, we're ready. Yep. Okay. All right, Sean, I'm going to start coming up. I'm coming up, Sean. Great. Wow, those verts are loud, aren't they?
They are when you push that level.
So let's keep an eye on streaming as the ship starts to come ahead.
Nav, dive super, comms check.
Nav as dive soup, loud and clear.
Loud and clear, Nav. Pilot, dive super, comms check.
Pilot has dive super loud and clear.
Loud and clear, pilot. Winch, dive super, comms check.
Dive soup, this bridge, did you call me over?
I was trying to hail winch, but comms check with you is good. I have you.
Okay, thanks.
Deck dive super, comms check.
Dive soup, this is winch. Do you copy?
Yeah, I'd be loud and clear, Jeff.
I have you winch, you're a little quiet. Same deck, you're a little quiet. Try to move those mics close to your mouth.
Okay, dive soup, this is winch. Do you copy?
Much better, winch. Thank you.
Dive soup, this is Deck. Do you copy?
Yeah, that's better.
Sure.
I have you breaking up a little bit, but
I'm having a hard time keeping up at 90%. Once the ship picks up speed, I'll be able to ease off my forward way, which will help. Sure.
Vehicles are at 200 meters.
copy that. 200 meters. Okay, Nav, can I get an update from your end?
Sure. Streaming looks good. We're moving about a third of a knot ahead. There's a slight current, third of a knot from the starboard. Winds are been pretty steady, about 16 knots, just slightly off the port bow, and that's about it.
Copy that. Are you ready to pass control or pass comms to dive super?
Sure. Dive soup has comms.
Dive super has comms. Bridge, dive super.
Bridge over.
Can I get an update from your end?
Yeah, much like our last conversation, we have the wind just on the port bow. I'm still holding 067 as my heading, and that keeps me into the larger swell. Nothing else has changed, over.
Copy.
and speed back up, Sean, on the winch.
Vehicle's at 150.
Copy, 150. Thank you.
Yeah, it's looking good, Sean.
Dive soup deck, radio check.
Go ahead, deck. I have you still quiet, but a lot better. That mic can, the actual microphone part of it can turn away from your face. Just make sure that it's aimed towards you. But
Hey Steve, this is Mike from the ECC. I was just
nav dive super.
confirming the time.
Go ahead, dive soup.
We're passing control from the bridge to the aft station now.
It's
so
it's
Streaming
going
looks
to
good so
be
far.
6:15 our
pilots
time,
keep an eye
but
on
it's
screen
past
as we
5
pass
minutes
control.
now. We're
Will do.
just waiting for Derek to get some maps together, but we're going to try and do it as soon as possible before the vehicles come up.
Okay. Got it. Thanks a lot. Just want to make sure I didn't get that wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I put a message in the chat also, so keep an eye there too.
Okay, no problem. Thanks.
Vehicle's at 100 meters.
Copy, thank you, nav.
So while we're getting set up here, I guess we'll start the call now.
Hydraulics are all stowed.
Since we can
Good to go?
discuss
Okay.
for a few minutes if there's anything that any comments you want to make about the dive, Mike, or is there anyone else on the line first? Let me establish that first. I think it just might be you.
Oh, great. I can speak at length about the dive, Steve.
Well, we just want to get some feedback from you about, how the operations went for the Midwater, if there's anything that we could do differently or relay to the pilots
meters to go in D2.
engineering team for next time. No, I think it was a really good dive for Midwater. We had one, thanks to being flexible, we were able to add in a good amount of time, and I think we kind of figured out the right amount of time to add to that 2,000 meter layer.
Nav dive super.
No, I think overall,
Auto
I
sway.
think
you're
the
muted.
piloting and the imagery was excellent. I think
Yeah,
the
you guys
300
are
meter
starting
layer,
a little to starboard.
the transects of 300 meters was just
correct that?
difficult.
Sounds good.
Either that we had some light there or
is
turbidity
D2
and particles, but it was just challenging.
Dive super, this is pilot.
To get
D2 has just
video
reached
to
50
look
meters.
perfect. On the other hand,
winch dive super.
we saw a lot of very tiny, transparent siphonophores.
Go ahead, dive soup.
Can you
No, I
pass
think
control to the remote on the aft
vehicle
station?
orientation, the speed of the particles
Control
coming
pass.
at the camera, and the lighting for the dive was very good. And I think we're able to focus in on the animals as much as we need to. At sometimes we always
Aft station
sometimes are
control the
wanting
winch.
more time on each target. But I hesitate to mention that simply because, it's very difficult to put the vehicles in that position. There's a lot of motion going on. And so it's really
Pilot
hard
dive super.
Go ahead, dive super.
to have it
Yeah,
at
are
a
you
dead
guys ready
stop,
to come up to the surface?
sort of hover.
Control room is ready.
Rush
Okay.
in front of a very small specimen for an extended amount of time so we can take a look at it.
Okay, pilot,
that
let's
said,
come up to the surface at 15 meters a
the
minute.
frontier is probably where we would want to go.
Wilco dive super, D2 ascending at 15 meters per minute.
Observe a specimen in very high detail to attract the morphology that we need. As we look next year, we have the capability of doing sampling in the midwater as well, so that this becomes all that more important. So, in terms of today's dive, I thought it was excellent. I think on my side, I need to put someone on the CTube chat room, in the CTube annotation software, simply to make sure we capture all of these observations. It's a little difficult to go from chat room to we have a couple of conversations going on to do the annotation, but that's on my side. So, no, I thought it was a great day. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Great. Yeah, we totally understand about the annotations and trying to do everything at once. So we'll kind of move on to tomorrow's dive plan. We're working on the north side of the island due to weather.
And dive super pilot.
Weather that's expected.
Pilot.
I'll just let you know there's a 7-meter discrepancy between the winch
we'll
counter and the depth meter on Sirius.
About what this dive track is going to look like tomorrow, and
we'll keep an eye on that.
We'll send out a dive plan for today.
Is it 7
Derek
meters,
can take it away. He's going to be on stream.
The depth meter is showing 7 meters deeper than the winch counter.
Okay, copy that. I'll relay that.
Hi folks, this is Derek Sowers, mapping lead for the cruise. We'll be putting up on stream 3 a overview map so you can see where we are going to be tomorrow relative to today's dive. So today's dive, as you know, is on the west side of the Mona Canyon. We're basically going to be heading due east overnight. We'll be doing some mapping actually out here, some higher resolution mapping, and then we're going to end up over at this black dot.
Five, wire out.
Vehicle still tracking and streaming looks good. And tracking just dropped out.
D2 at 30 meters.
Starting to see your light pool. Wire out.
D2 at 2.5. Depth meter on Sirius also reading 2.5.
We just have you off to port pilot. We're walking you over to center line now.
Copy that. Headings agree with that down here.
1-0 on the winch counter.
Both vehicles 1.5 on their respective depth meters.
Copy
All right,
that.
video. Let's get a
visual.
deck cameras. Thanks.
Way off to the port.
Pilot has visual on D2.
Copy that. You're almost to the surface. Okay, D2 on the surface. Off stick pilot.
Pilot is off stick.
Streaming here. Pilot, we're going to hold here just for a second to make sure the ship can maintain your center line without changing heading.
Copy that.
So we're just going to hold off for 1 second.
Standing by.
Okay, pilot, we're settling in. Thrusters are getting comfortable. And you can lock in auto heading, reverse of ship.
Auto heading engaged, lining up reverse of ship.
Copy that. Deck dive super. Are you ready to recover Sirius? Okay, let's recover. Pilot dive super. The hooks are on, so could back down to provide some slack on the tether while we bring Sirius over.
Wilco dive super. Pilot backing 20% to start.
Copy that.
Keep it tight, keep it tight. A little bit more on your side. All right, hold it right there. You guys ready? All right.
Pilot backing 35%.
All right, guys, just keep
Copy,
tight.
3-5. Deck open mic.
Pilot backing 50%.
Copy.
Pilot backing 70%.
Copy that. Yeah, feel free to modulate as the ship heaves here. Pilot, do you have good visual on the tether?
I have good visual in the wire cam. Pilot's holding 60% reverse thrust.
Copy that.
I just can't see the tether close to D2, so if
Yeah,
the loop starts to form, let me know.
You are starting to form a loop. Let's ease off a smidge.
Okay, easing off. Okay, pilot is off stick.
Copy that. Pilot off. Starting to really stretch out. Give us that thrust back again.
Okay, 40% reverse.
Sirius HD is clear.
Pilot, this is looking good. Maintain.
Holding this.
What are you at?
Backing 50%.
Copy. Winch dive super. Take back control.
Remote control disabled.
Deck dive super. Can you turn off the A-frame? Okay, straps are on. Go off stick.
Pilot is off stick.
And you can take out auto heading.
Auto heading disengaged. All right, Sean, I'll get lights and motors if you can get banks 1 and 2 on my sensor page.
Pilot, can you just give us a little bump ahead, please?
Wilco dive super pushing ahead, 20%.
Okay, we're past the first football off stick again.
Pilot is off stick.
I don't have good visual deck. Do you see the lift line? It's free. Deck says lift line free. Okay, pilot, the line is tight. Can you lock in auto heading, reverse the ship, and start backing towards the crane?
Auto heading engaged, lining up reverse of ship. And backing 20% to start.